Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome to the first chapter of Let's Play Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, also known as LeChuck's Revenge. Now, I've played the first and third Monkey Island games before for this channel, and second game, it's notable for a couple of reasons. It's the second game in the series. It was the second one to get a HD remake, and it was the last game in the series worked on by the original series creator, Ron Gilbert, who moved on from LucasArts, and it was written by Tim Schafer, who, if you're any type of fan of adventure games, you know who he is. But it was a critical and commercial success when it first came out. It got an HD remake back in 2010. That was a big success, and it actually has a creator's commentary, rather unusual for video games, where Ron Gilbert and company, Dave Grossman, I think was the third person along with Tim Schafer, they pop in through different points in the game and comment upon different things here and there. Kind of adds another level to the game. It adds kind of a Mystery Science Theater 3000 aspect to it, but I will be avoiding that in this playthrough when I can, because what's the point in me being here to play it and comment on it if I've got the professionals doing it? So, with no further ado, let us go ahead and jump into Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Mwahahaha! There's the LucasArts logo. Pacing Guybrush. And the fancy new logo. Okay, we'll go ahead and start new game.
Well, 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 Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you could help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait." And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop?
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
Alright, well, first of all, we have seen that they have changed the interface for this game a fair bit from the classic Monkey Island, which I believe you can still... Yep, you can still press F1 to switch to the classic interface, should you so desire. And check out those 8-bit graphics, kids. Well, those might be 16-bit. But at any rate, the original artwork for this game was hand-drawn and scanned in, digitized, although that does look a mite prettier. But if we want to, we can go back to the old interface where we have half the screen taken up by the give, open, pick up, look at, and then have our notes here.
This may be a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to how rich I'll be when I find Big Whoop.
We do, however, get the voice acting in classic mode, unlike the first Monkey Island revamp, which is a nice touch.
I think I'm pretty well prepared financially for now.
Yeah, we got riches.
I should be set for the whole trip with this. This should be plenty of money to charter a ship. Look at all this. I've got enough to buy my own ship in 5 different currencies. I'll be traveling first class on this treasure hunt.
And we've also got
Sure took a long time to save all this.
bonds, it looks like. But in the new mode, if we want to access inventory, we just hit the I key. And we have use riches, look at riches.
No more part-time circus work for me. Of course, this is only a fraction of what I'll have after I find Big Whoop. Maybe I should get a money belt. I wonder what I'll buy first. Boy, this stuff's heavy. I could just look at this money all day. Money, money, money. I'm confused by this strange urge to squander my wealth on immoral and dangerous vices. Wish all those girls who wouldn't go out with me in school could see this. Wish all those girls who wouldn't go out with me in school could see this. Look at all this. Sure took a long time to save all this. Of course, this is only a fraction of what I'll have after I find Big Whoop.
Now, of course, the game is not going to let us keep this. And, ooh, little frog down in the water. And will not let me look at myself. It does, however, highlight the items which you can interact with, so that's a nice touch.
Welcome to Woodtick. No treasure hunting zone.
And we can right-click to select an option, in this case.
Oops, I think I broke the sign.
But we now have a shovel.
Thrifty Dig, for the treasure hunter on a budget.
Now, there are some ways that, well, without spoiling too much, we're about to lose our money. And walking across the bridge triggers the event that causes us to lose our money. So that leads to the clever thing, can we just go back the way we came and avoid that? No,
Oops,
we can't.
Excuse me.
Out of my way, fancy pants! On second thought, stop right there! You ain't from these parts, are you? This is a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
Let's see. Is this some sort of bribe situation? Sure, take my money, I don't want any trouble. I'm a badass pirate. I'm gonna say...
I don't pay for nothing. I'm a pirate.
Tough guy, huh?
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
And who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I roughs up what needs roughing up on this island.
Whoa!
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Lago Legrand.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks.
And sadly, this has left us with only a shovel. So yes, that is our main bad guy for the first part of this game, Largo Legrand. Legrand. I always thought it was Legrand, but yeah, I guess that wouldn't rhyme with his little speech there. French spelling is hard, alright? Anyway, so we're now stranded without a piece of 8 to our name in Woodtick. So let us start doing what we do best as an adventure gamer. Walk around, talk to everybody, and grab everything that isn't nailed down.
Oh boy, it's Buzzsaw Girl.
No one touches her but me.
And yeah, that's a nod to another classic LucasArts game with a superhero theme that had a character called Buzzsaw Girl.
It says Woody.
That's me.
Pounds and pounds of nails.
I need all of them. Yeah?
Nice apron. Are you some sort of chef?
No, I'm a woodsmith, which gives one of us an excuse for dressing funny.
Heh.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
A woodchuck should chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, as long as a woodchuck would chuck wood.
Oh, shut up.
Eh.
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No, like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh, I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
And that is our subtle hint as to what our goal for this chapter is. And I'm going to change the sound balance a little here, because it sounds like... Let's see. Helping options. The sound effects are a little loud relative to the voice acting. Not what I wanted to click. Let's see. There we go. Settings. Classic mode voice dialogue, subtitles. There we go. Okay, that's better. And take the music down a notch, too.
Nice peg leg.
Thanks. I made it myself.
Comfortable looking chair.
It's not for sale.
So there's quite a bit here we can look at.
What a cute little stool.
It's adjusted to my height.
Nice sturdy workbench.
Everything's laid out just how I need it. Get away from there. It's not a toy.
Okay, so clearly we will need to wait for him to be gone before we can start grabbing tools and things in here willy-nilly. And talking of the voice acting for this game, I think that the voice acting for this one is much improved on the first Secret of Monkey Island remake. Not that the voice acting was bad, but they didn't really do a very good job of syncing it up with the animation, and it just seemed like some of the conversations took forever. This one, thus far, it seems like they've done a good job of the balance. So let's get ahead and take a look at the sign here.
The Bloody Lip Bar and Grill. Help wanted. 1 week's salary in advance. Inquire below. There's no glass in the window. Sharp. Sharp.
Haha, we've swiped a knife.
He looks really into his cooking. Excuse me.
Don't bug me. I'm cooking.
It's a cold potato and leek soup.
Fishy swaz.
It's too heavy. Ugh, it's all cans of fruit cocktail. I hate fruit cocktail.
Oh, but we could use it.
Hey! Hired help only!
Ah, well, so much for that.
It reads, JoJo, appearing nightly, no cover charge. Better leave it there. Don't want to hurt business. Nice. Nice. I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced. I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced.
Alright.
What is he using to clean those glasses?
His own spit and the tail of his t-shirt, it looks like.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
Who's this Kate person you mentioned?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
How's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is. Make anything you could name. But I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual, and put it in a real glass.
Ew.
Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this stump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, well, let's keep talking to him.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning. But if things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
Of course, we have to find a way to make things not work out.
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
Heh.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
And believe it or not, that spit dripping down the wall is an important clue to a puzzle later. And a more immediate puzzle.
Largo's been here.
But we will get back to that in a moment. For now, let's continue exploring Woodtick.
What a dinky little door.
Hello?
It's a pile of blank paper.
And yes, we just grabbed some paper.
Nice map.
Uh-huh.
Nice map.
Yep.
Reminds me of a dollhouse I once had. I mean, my, sister once had. Reminds me of a dollhouse I once had. I mean, my, sister once had. It's too small. Nice map.
Drew it myself.
Nice monocle.
Thanks. I can't see a thing without it.
I'm not dressed for wrestling. Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Now, they didn't get back his voice actor from Monkey Island 3 for this one.
Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, LeChuck busting stud.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe a more humble approach to speak to him.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Excuse me, do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Uh-oh. Who sent you here? I should warn you. I'm heavily armed.
Nobody sent me. I'm freelance.
You better not try for my files. All my research on Big Whoop is in there.
Are you looking for Big Whoop too?
Well, I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
I really don't know much about it at all.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Elaine went down in a terrible storm.
Elaine?
Only 4 crew members survived. They washed up on a remote deserted island. Some say its name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
Well, why don't you believe it?
Because there's no such island. Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
You don't actually believe that story, do you?
Of course, it could just be an old legend, but if I could just see the map of that island, I bet I could recognize the shape of the land and track it down myself.
Did everybody get that vitally important plot information?
My name's Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally B. Feed, at your service.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery? In here?
No. I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh. Is that all you do? Make maps?
Well, I do some restoration work too. I paste them together, recopy them, paint little cupids in the corners. You know, artsy-fartsy stuff. Maps are very, very important.
How's business?
Terrible. No one needs any maps since no one can go anywhere thanks to Largo.
You know anything about this Largo guy?
He's just the local hood, shakes down everybody in town. Nobody comes or goes from Scab because Largo makes them pay through the nose.
Yeah, tell me about it. Where's the governor's mansion?
There is no governor on Scab. This is an anarchist cooperative of pirates, cutthroats and other criminals. A haven for roughnecks and rebels like me. The only authority on this island is that bully Largo.
How can I get off this island as soon as possible?
Good luck. With the sailing embargo Largo's imposed on Scab, it's hard to get anywhere. Which doesn't help my business, let me tell you.
I'm looking for some room and board.
Well, I hear there's a new chef down at the Bloody Lip. And the Swamp Rot Inn has all the comforts of the sea. But I think Largo's booked the whole thing.
Thanks for the lowdown.
Any time.
Is longitude the sideways one, or is that latitude? I can never remember which is which.
It's so cute when you lay people try to understand geography. I could try to explain it, but it would probably just go over your head.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps all day.
Hey, me too.
What kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
So you keep saying.
Actually, I prefer to just stop and ask directions.
That's what Magellan thought. Ha ha ha! Sorry, cartographer joke.
Oh, what the heck.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps all day.
Who couldn't?
Only sissies use maps.
Maps are very, very important.
Not to me. I don't travel.
That's even better. With good maps, you can see the whole world without leaving your living room.
Would you mind if I just looked around?
No, be my guest.
So yes, this is Wally, and in case you hadn't guessed, we're going to need his help to find the treasure. But onward and westward, or to the left at any rate.
Not responsible for lost buttons or hooks. No, we don't clean leather. Not responsible for stains left on clothing. Oops, I thought I wanted to talk to you, but I don't.
Yeah, I was trying to look at him first.
He looks nice enough. It's sparkly clean.
No ticket, no laundry.
Who are you?
Sure, Sonny, I can get out stew. That's easy. I can also extract grog, spit, and swamp mud. That's because I'm Mad Marty. I'm mad about getting your clothes as clean as they can be.
And Marty, in case you hadn't noticed, has a hearing problem.
I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
Would you be able to get out ketchup?
Get out? Ketchup? What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I'd like to pick up some clothes.
You have your claim ticket, Sonny.
No, I don't have my claim ticket.
You don't have to shout at me. I can hear you. But I can't give you your clothes without a claim ticket.
What do you know about Largo Legrand?
I don't know anything about cargo or contraband. I'm clean, clean, clean.
I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
Oh, that he understands.
Do you do alterations here?
Alterations? You mean change the numbers on your food stamps? You got some nerve.
I'm sorry. I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
Actually, nothing. I don't care about clean clothes.
No, I don't have wheat loaves.
I didn't think you would. Oops, I thought I wanted to talk to you, but I don't.
Nice.
Nice.
And if these guys look a bit familiar, that's because these are the same three pirates who used to hang out on the street corner in Melee Island back in the first Monkey Island game.
Nice.
They're sleeping peacefully. It's just a bucket.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Woohoo! Free bucket!
They're sleeping peacefully.
Oh, let's be as much of a jerk as possible.
Wake up!
What is it?
Remember me? I'm Guybrush.
Do we know you?
Let's see, I'm Guybrush, 3-Point Mighty Pirate. I'm Guybrush, the man who read the World of Chuck. I'm Guybrush, who tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map.
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
Is that your rat?
Yes, we call him Munster Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
Hint, hint.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The Sacking Lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What'd you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats.
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
And search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
And yeah, I'm not seeing what this has to do with performing, but,
Big Whoop? I'm looking for that too.
Well, I hope your luck is better than ours.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
How much longer is this story?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you're a pack of loonies, that you should bore passersby to tears and long stories.
What? What is it? What did he say? Tell me already.
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
What are you guys doing up there?
We're performing.
That's right. Performing. In our current work, we portray man's response to global environmental issues of a changing world.
How come you have to perform on that ledge?
To show the precarious nature of the situation. So to speak.
Right.
I think you're overlooking the potential symbolism to be gained by your closeness to the Earth.
But...
All right, you got us. We're really up here because...
Well, we're afraid to come down.
What?
What's the word for it, Frank?
Stupidity?
It's the opposite of acrophobia. Something like orcaphobia.
Fear of killer whales?
Say what you will, we're not coming down.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
Well, what the heck. We've been given a quest of sorts. And money to spend on it. So fine, we'll go buy some wood polish.
Yeah?
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Alright.
If only I could use this stuff on my lines. Thrifty dig, for the treasure hunter on a budget. Sharp. It's blank. It's just a bucket.
Love the music here. Alright.
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Alright, so we now have one
I'm rich.
piece of 8. Ha ha ha. And this appears to be the inn.
Busy guy.
Time is money.
Nice.
Only one guest.
Yes, but that dang Largo eats like 30.
Huh, alligator.
Oh, isn't that cute? I could lose a finger doing that. I could lose a finger doing that. Excuse me, I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one and it's full. Hold it right there. That's a private room. No going up there.
Okay, clearly we'll need to distract the innkeeper in order to get into the one room. And why do we need to get into that room? Well, clearly we need to at some point, just as we need to come back here for some reason.
It's tied to the post. It's tied to the post.
I wonder.
And it's securely fastened.
Huh.
Hey, how'd old Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Well,
Cheese squigglies. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
oh, I want to eat a cheese squiggly, but since he's gone,
It doesn't seem to stay closed. I don't see anything special about it. Then again, I never really have understood art. There's strange little white bugs all over it.
Who let you into my room?
I, thought it was my room?
Well, it ain't. So get the out of here.
alright. I wonder if we go back, will he be in there still?
Leave me alone.
Yep, he will be. Well, that brings us to have looked at everything in the town of Woodtick. But we still have the rest of Scab Island to explore. And that is where we shall begin next time. We'll see you then.